welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. So we're going to just get right into this video. So what prompted me to make this video is because I'm a retiree and I have been retired for several years now. I actually retired or left the 9-to-5 job about 2 or 3 years before I was even at retirement age, and I'm going to make a whole separate video on that. But for right now, today's video, I'm just here to share with you 10 tips on some things that you could possibly do now that you're retired to keep you from being bored and feeling like you're going out of your mind, especially with what's going on in the world today. Everything is just, just going topsy-turvy, and I just wanted to, share with you some things that you could possibly do on a daily basis or weekly basis in order to, have better use of your time. And so now if you see me looking down at my computers, because I have notes here, I kind of want to, make sure I just stay on track. And so anyway, we're going to start with number one. So the first thing that on my list I have is, volunteering. So for me, after the first couple of months, the first few months it felt really good not to have to, get up and go, report into a job and deal with the traffic and hustle and bustle. But then after that, I felt like, okay, all right, I'm starting to feel like I'm losing my mind here. So one of the things that I did was I started to volunteer. And so what I did was, I sat back and I thought about what are some of the things that I enjoy doing. Because when you volunteer, you also want to make sure that it's something that you're passionate about. And one of my things is animal. I love to be around animals. And so what I did was I started to volunteer to walk people's animals for them, go to a shelter, and be around animals, whether it be feeding them. Sometimes I would even have to, clean out the cages, here and there. However, being around those animals, dogs and cats, and I'm an animal lover, it helped to uplift my spirit. Not only that, it gave me a sense of, me giving back and contributing, to society. And so, yeah, that was one of the things that I could do. So, I encourage you to find something that you're passionate about, whether it be being around children or maybe going to a hospital and volunteering, being around patients. You all, if you hear background and the noise, I apologize for that. I'm in New York, so you know how that goes. It gets really noisy. The second thing is learn a new skill or a hobby. Okay, so me starting a YouTube channel, for example, that was another thing that I wanted to do, which that would fall later on down in my list. But one part of the things of doing having a YouTube channel is learning how to edit. And so I didn't have a clue, on what editing was, what software to use, or anything like that. But because I knew that I wanted to start a YouTube channel, that was one of the things that came along with it. And so I learned how to do that. So that's a hobby now that I do. I make videos. Okay, so again, find something that you always wanted to do, but you never had the time to do it because you were working a 9-to-5 job, okay? And so that's one thing that you can, perhaps pursue. The third thing is travel. So if you have it in your budget to travel, that's something now that you can do. You're not limited to how long you stay. Unless, your money, if your money allows you to stay, X amount of time, then you know your budget. But say like if you go visit family members, you can have family members that live in different states. Well, guess what? Now you're not buying to a job and you don't have to get someone's permission to take the time off, or you worried about rushing to get back to the job. You can stay as long as you want. So traveling is something maybe you consider, whether it be long distance or it could be local. You can do a staycation. That's something else maybe you can consider doing. Number 4, gardening. So, maybe if you have like a small balcony, if you have a backyard, or maybe a community garden, maybe look into taking up gardening. It could be learning how to grow flowers. It could be learning how to grow fruits and vegetables. And I know for me, I found that being in nature, it brings me comfort, it brings me joy. And so maybe that's something that, you can consider doing if you're into that, or if you already have a green thumb, and then now, boom, you can, do that as a hobby as well. The next thing is, exercising. I mean, we all can use, exercising for, so many different reasons. If you're not into the gym thing, you can also go on YouTube, and they have a plethora of instructors on YouTube. You have beginner classes where you can take up yoga, strength training, stretching, meditating. Again, whatever you're into, your desire, you can find it on what I call the YouTube school. Okay, and so that's a great opportunity, for that, and giving you more energy, becoming more flexible, and it's a good way to relieve stress, exercising. So number 6, maybe writing in a journal. Get a journal, write down how you feel, about retiring, or if you have other things that you're dealing with, or maybe you just want to start a journal on how your day is, or different ideas that you have. Maybe you want to write a journal, a diary, of, again, whatever you decide, that you want to put in there. Again, that's what you can do, but maybe writing in a journal. Another thing is number 7, maybe join a club, or like a social group. You can join a cooking club, a club where people just try, different dishes, and then you come together and, have like a potluck and share different recipes. Maybe you can start a book club, everyone gets the same book, and you all read certain chapters, and then you come together weekly or monthly, or however you want to do it, and you can have a discussion about, said book. Or you can have a movie. Maybe you can have like movie night where everyone virtually watches the same movie, and then at the end of the movie you can just share your thoughts and your opinions. You can have your little popcorn, and again, everyone just has like a little Zoom time where you watch movies, or you can meet at someone's house together, and you all can watch their movie. So join some type of club. Number 8, becoming a mentor, teaching. So using the skills that you just retired from, if you enjoyed your job, and now you can use those same skill sets and maybe start a YouTube channel and teaching those skill sets. So say, for example, if your job that you left, you were a chef. Now maybe you could start a YouTube channel and actually bring in your recipes to YouTube, to the screen, where people all over the world can actually click on your videos, and they can actually learn how to cook whatever dish that is. So for me, I actually another channel, which is a cooking channel called Cooking with Katrina G, and I've had the channel for several years. And again, on there I just share recipes that I cook for my household, and and so people can come over there, and I've actually had people try some of the recipes and comment in my giving them ideas of ways to cook food that they never thought about cooking. And then you can also exchange different recipes, okay? Another thing is pursue a lifelong learning. So, for example, they have universities, and you would have to Google it, or if I find one, I'll link one in the description box, where they actually have free courses for people who have retired. And so now you may not get a degree or a certificate in it, but however, it could be something to help you brush up on your skills. So say like with technology, it has advanced so much, and I do hear a lot of people my age, saying that they struggle sometimes with learning how to use a computer. And as you see nowadays, stores that we go to, a lot of times it requires you, to even, ring up your own groceries, and you'd be surprised at how many people don't know how, to do it. So if you go take a free course, just learning the basics, that can jumpstart you and get you on your way, to knowing how to, use a computer. And then number 10, this is the last thing, maybe start like a small business. So say, for example, you can do like arts and crafts and learn how to make candles, or if you're good at sewing or knitting, and you can make like little hats and scarves, and maybe make jewelry. So one, it's a hobby of yours that's nice and relaxing, but you can also sell it at maybe like when they have like these fairs, street fairs, and what's another one? They have like street fairs and different places where you can go to sell, the items that you made, and or just start your own, again, small business, get, website and everything, and sell your merch and stuff, on a, website. Or maybe you can do consulting. So again, if you work as an accountant, I'm going to drink some water because my throat is getting dry, from speaking, so excuse me. And y'all, with this video, you see I'm just bringing it to you raw, uncut, nothing fancy. You see my background. I don't have all the, desk and fancy background and stuff, because at the end of the day, it's about the information that I'm giving you. And so, again, start maybe like, again, a small business, or you can manage a real estate property, whatever it is, again, that you're passionate about, that you feel comfortable, with doing. Maybe you can, could just consider doing that. So, so that's pretty much wraps up my list. I mean, I have so many other things that I could add on to it, but I just wanted to, just give you just like a little, snippet of some of the things, again, that I've used, that I've done to help occupy my time and, get me through the day, and just keep me from, again, focusing on the negative stuff, that goes on in this world. And then, also, this is actually the first thing on my list. I get up every single day, and I have my, my time alone with God. I give thanks to God. I thank Him, for getting me through the rough times. I thank Him for my life lessons, but definitely, walking in faith and knowing, that God has you. It's because, of Him that I even have the courage to sit in front of this camera like this and make these, videos, for you guys, for my family members, because I want my channel to have meaning. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was doing things like try on hauls, or sharing with you, with my viewers, what I may have bought, from the store, whether it be retail, whether it be groceries, showing me traveling. I think I have a couple of travels here and there, DIY projects, so I did various things. And, but mainly my channel, was for two reasons. One, to conquer a fear that I always had. I always wanted, to start a YouTube channel, but I was fearful of it. And then I just decided to pick my phone up one day and I just started recording. And then the other thing is, I love the fact that I'm leaving like a digital footprint, a moving image of me, so my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren can actually see a live video, see their grandmother in action, and know what the sound of my voice is like. They can see my mannerisms and maybe compare, excuse me, y'all, maybe compare. This is my granddaughter calling. Granddaughter, hold on a second, okay? I'm wrapping up a video. Okay, so yeah, speaking of my granddaughter, she's FaceTiming me right now. But yeah, so again, I just wanted to leave like a digital, diary, so, my grandchildren and my great-grands can, be able to click on the video and see who their grandma is, okay? So anyway, I hope I have given you some information, some tips that can, at least get you started and get you prepared, for your retirement, or if you're already there, yet give you some ideas of things that you could be doing to, enjoy, the rest of, your time, So, but anyway, family, comment below and let me know some things that you have done as a retiree or you plan on doing it. This is a community and we're here to share, and exchange ideas and, uplift each other. And yeah, so I thank you for your time. I love you guys. Be well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.